Hallo und willkommen zurück zu einem neuen Teil von unserer Adventure-Reihe um Baphomets Fluch. Wir sind gerade in Irland angekommen und hatten nur noch genug Zeit, den kleinen Jungen hier, oder wie er sagte, 25-Jährigen zu befragen, aber er konnte uns nicht wirklich weiterhelfen. Und jetzt gehen wir mal in den Pub rein und gucken, ob die uns helfen können. Oder, naja, kann man es Pub nennen, es sieht eher wie ein Motel aus. Das Patricks.
The
Okay.
young red-haired guy was plainly nervous about something.
Achso, ja gut, stimmt.
My name's George.
Pleased to meet you, mister. My name's Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald. Okay.
Do you know Professor Pegram?
He's the archaeologist, isn't he?
That's right. Did you work at Professor Pegram's dig?
What gave you that idea?
What can you tell me about the castle?
There's nothing there. Just an old ruin.
How old?
I really couldn't tell you.
Okay.
Have you ever explored the castle yourself?
I used to play there sometimes, when I was a kid. Then one of the little ones fell off the wall, broke his head and died. We didn't go there anymore.
You haven't been up there recently?
No.
Okay.
Can I get you another drink?
Oh, no, thank you. I shouldn't be drinking at all. I'm on tablets for my nerves. More than a pint and I'll pass out.
Okay.
Check out this pass.
Thomas Merlin? No, never heard of him.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
No,
Und der Rest? Ja.
Shake my hand.
it's a trick, isn't it?
Damn it, you're right. I can't seem to fool anyone.
Das
What does this tissue suggest to you?
Nothing.
What does this red nose suggest to you?
Blood.
Why's that?
I used to bleed a lot when I was a kid. Every time there was a playground scrap, I'd end up with a bloody nose. I wouldn't have minded, but I wasn't even involved in the scraps.
Ich kann es aber einfach nicht lassen, nach
Do
allem
you
zu fragen.
recognize
Das
the
ist
man in
schlimm.
this photograph?
No, I'm sure I don't know him.
Ja, woher sollten die
What
das
do you
denn
think this
kennen?
tool is used for?
Something to do with horses?
Wrong. It's for opening manhole covers.
Oh, really? Well, you learn something every day.
Okay,
See you later.
gut. Fragen wir
The guy
Immer.
sat in the corner as if he was a permanent fixture. Nobody ever said anything about running.
Jetzt hab ich das zweite
The guy
gut.
sat in the corner.
Ach, da sagt er den Rest nicht mehr. Egal, wird nicht so wichtig gewesen sein.
Hi there, old timer. What? Nasty cold you've got there. As soon as the words left my lips, I regretted them.
Is there such a thing as a cold which isn't nasty? I put the question to Father Mahoney. Father, says I, why were we born to suffer snot?
What did he say?
He said, it's my reward for being out all night like a sinner, pious prig. Anyway, this is no ordinary cold. 'Tis the hay fever.
Pollinosis?
Thank you. You're not a policeman, are you?
Excuse me?
Police? No, I'd know it if you were.
Na?
Do you know Pegram, the archaeologist?
That's the scrawny fellow who was poking around at the castle, isn't it? No, I don't know him.
Can you tell me how to get into the castle?
Don't even think about it, me bucko. Lochbarn Castle is haunted.
That's what the kid outside told me, but I don't believe it.
Then you're a fool.
Ghosts don't bother me. I still want to visit that castle.
You can't. It's not open to the public.
There's no one around to stop me, is there?
That's right. Nothing human, anyhow.
Have you ever seen the ghost?
To be sure. With me very own eyes.
Can you describe the ghost?
It was horrible. A wee stunted beast, long beak, straggly, flappy wings.
Are you sure it wasn't a wild animal? A rabbit or a skunk or something?
Skunk? In Lochmarn? That'll be the day. No, that was a ghost, to be sure.
Can I buy you a beer?
Very kind, I'm sure. But I don't drink the stuff Leary sells.
What's wrong with it?
I've seen what it can do.
Okay.
What's that you're making?
It's a necklace, me bucko.
Oh, sure. Made out of steel wire?
That's right. A necklace for my pretty one. When my little lover feels it round her slender neck, she'll be mine. All mine.
Oh je.
I think I know what you saw on the castle wall.
I know what I saw.
I don't think so. It was the kid, McGuire.
What?
He was up on the wall last Tuesday night. He thought you were the Phantom of Lochmarn.
Oh.
Kann ich ihm noch was zeigen? Ja, das hat doch alles keinen Sinn.
I'll see you later.
Das kostet nur Zeit.
It was a
Was ist das?
beer-stained piece of toweling.
Ah, lecker. Aber ich
It
kann
was
es
a
mitnehmen.
beer-stained piece of toweling. The white whiskers on the bartender's flushed face were like garlands on a Christmas tree. The resemblance ended there. The top of his head was too slick and shiny to act as a perch for a Christmas angel. Top of the morning to you.
I beg your pardon.
Well, that's what you Irish say, isn't it?
Do you want something? Or are you just flaunting your xenophobia?
Well, I was trying to be sociable.
Is it a room you're after?
Wahrscheinlich, oder?
That's not a bad idea. Do you have a vacancy?
I could. If you don't mind waiting until the last guest checks out.
No problem. When will that be?
When the undertaker comes to collect him.
Okay.
Have you served any, clowns recently?
No. You're the first today.
Na komm.
Do you know a man called Pegram?
Indeed I do. Are you a friend of his, by any chance?
Oh, no. I'm just trying to track him down.
Me too. That son of a bitch should be locked away.
Did Pegram stay here?
Yes, he did. 6 nights plus breakfast.
I'll try a glass of beer, please.
Is this your first pint of real ale?
Well, I guess so. What's real ale, anyhow?
Beer that's brewed from natural ingredients to traditional methods. It shouldn't be kept under pressure or refrigerated. And finally, it should have a good body and distinctive character.
In other words, it's flat and worn with bits in, and it makes you fall over.
Ah. Ja, scheint so noch ganz gut zu gehen.
May I borrow this towel?
Sure you can, on one condition.
What's that?
You keep it away from old Ron.
Who's Ron?
That's him in the corner, with the hygiene problem.
Do you recognize this matchbook?
No, sir.
Ja, und den Rest.
Look, I
spare
gotta be
ich mir.
going. The guy sat in the corner as if he was a permanent fixture.
Ja,
Hi,
kann ich auch
my
reden.
name's Stobart, George Stobart.
Hello there, mister. What can I do for you?
Do you know Professor Pegram?
Do I know him? Do I know the good professor himself? No, I don't. I mean, I know who he is, but I don't know him to talk to.
Do you know anything about Pegram's excavation?
Only that he didn't have the right tools for the job. What he needed was shovels and a JCB.
Pegram was digging for historical remains, not coal.
Is that a fact? What the hell for?
It's the science of archaeology, Pat. Understanding how people used to live by what they've left behind. One day archaeologists might be digging up our remains.
Imagine that, Mr. O'Brien. I wonder what they'll find.
Well, it won't be arrowheads and beakers. Fast food cartons and flavoured condoms, more likely.
Okay.
Did anyone from the village work at Pegram's dig?
I tried it myself, but that high and mighty history man called me incontinent. What a nerve. Hadn't I dug more holes than the rest of them put together?
Do you remember seeing Sean Fitzgerald at the dig?
Let me see now. I think me brain box needs a spot of lubrication.
Okay.
Can I buy you a drink?
You most certainly can.
Give me a drink for my friend here.
Who? Doyle? Has he conned you into buying for him? Shame on you, Patrick. Same again.
Just a point this time, Michael.
1 point of brown coming up.
Do you remember Sean Fitzgerald now?
I can picture the scene as if it was only last week. Come to think of it, It was only last week. Fitzgerald was there all right. Him and a bunch of students. He was speaking with the boss man.
Can you tell me anything about the castle on the hill?
Oh, I don't know much about anything. You should ask Mr. O'Brien here. He just joined up writing. Would you be one of them history fellows yourself?
Ja. Vielleicht.
That's right. Professor Stobart, Miskatonic University.
Man muss ja nicht
You're
gleich
an
übertreiben.
archaeologist, and you're asking us about the castle.
Excuse me, Mr. O'Brien. The gentleman was talking to me. How come you didn't leave with the others?
I didn't know they'd gone.
Oh, yes. Packed their spades and shovels and away they went.
Seems I missed
Okay.
all the excitement.
What excitement.
Ja, nö, was sollte ich dir denn fragen?
Bye for now.
Keinen Sinn. Ach, du da hinten?
Hello there. My name's George Stobart.
Pleased to meet you, I'm sure. I'm O'Brien. Can I help you?
Wie dumm, ich habe ihn doch gerade anders vorgestellt.
Have you heard of the Phantom?
More than that. I've seen it, and let me tell you, it's a dreadful spectacle.
So it's not just a local legend. There really is a Phantom of Lochmart.
Oh no, I was talking about the Phantom of the Opera.
Oh Mann.
What can you tell me about the castle, Mr. O'Brien?
It's a fine sight now, isn't it? Dates back to the 10th century, you know. Most of the existing building was added much later, of course.
Are the ruins open to the public?
Oh no, it's much too dangerous. Anyway, there's nothing of interest remaining.
Can you tell me about the tripod which was found at the castle?
Now, there's a bone of contention and controversy. It was dug up by an Englishman of the archaeological persuasion.
Who was this Englishman?
Professor Pegram, the same man who dug up the gem.
Do you know where I can find Pegram?
You're too late to meet that fella.
Is he dead?
Not that. But he's gone from the village. A sore point with our esteemed host, I might add.
Why has Pegram's departure upset the landlord?
He's lost a paying guest. That's why. More than that. There's the question of an unsettled bill. Poor Michael's seen red over the business, and I don't blame him.
Can you tell me more about the landlord?
Mick Leary? He's what you call a would-be sophisticate. The trouble is, his idea of sophistication extends as far as putting paper in the lavatory.
I never worked out why he did that. It's much too dark in there to read.
That's true. Have you ever run your hand over the back of the door? The graffiti is written in Braille.
Okay.
Do you know where Pegram has gone?
I'm sorry, but I don't. He upped anchor in the dark and shipped out before the dawn.
Why did he do that?
Who knows? A guilty conscience or a secret assignation. Whatever the reason, he'll not be missed in Lochmar. Maybe now the fuss about the gem has died down, we can get back to normal.
What can you tell me about the gem which Pegram found?
Now there's a gem which should never have been taken. A man would have to be full of greed to covet that stone. What's your interest in the jewel? You're not a reporter, are you?
Ich denke, das mag ja kein Reporter. Ich sag mal lieber
Oh
nein.
no.
Thank the Lord for that.
Ja, gut.
Have you ever heard of the Knights Templar?
I most certainly have. A remarkable institution. Did you know? They were the originators of our system of credit. Their financial empire stretched from the Atlantic to the Caspian Sea. With bases in so many countries, they had to establish new methods of fiscal transfer.
So, the Knights Templar were nothing but a bunch of bankers.
I don't get it. Are you saying these Templar guys invented bank charges?
In a manner of speaking, I suppose they did.
What a dirty trick. Didn't anyone try to stop them?
Oh, yes. They were arrested, and many were burnt at the stake.
Good. They bloody well deserved it if they were anything like my bank manager.
Do you know Sean Fitzgerald?
Yes, I do. What do you want with him?
I want to talk to him about working at the dig.
I can't imagine anyone employing Sean Fitzgerald on a dig. He wouldn't know a post hole from his elbow.
How can I get into the castle?
But those walls were built specifically to stop people getting in, Mr. Stobart. But I dare say you'll find a way, if you've the will.
Okay.
Goodbye for now.
Gut. Mit dem kann ich auch noch reden. Dann reicht's aber
He
so langsam.
wasn't listening.
Ah, okay, gut. Kann ich hier hinten noch irgendwas machen? Mit dem möchte ich eigentlich nicht reden. Ich gehe erstmal raus und gucke, ob ich irgendwie ans Schloss komme. Ja, da geht's doch lang. Ist doch schon mal gut.
The farmer's craggy face was set in a mask of aesthetic appreciation. His feet were set in a pair of manure-caked boots.
Hi. Do you speak English?
Well, no. What if I was to say no? An implication of cognizance shrouded in denial. A pretty poser of a paradox indeed.
I gave him the look I'd perfected when I was 12 and was going to be the greatest hypnotist of all time. It was a killer.
Are you attempting to hypnotize me, or is it the constipation you're suffering?
I was a little out of practice. Have you seen Professor Pegram?
No. He's packed up and gone.
Do you happen to know where?
Back in England, I suppose.
Okay.
What can you tell me about the castle?
Not much, I'm sorry to say. Most of its history is long forgotten. But if these old stones could only speak, what stories they'd tell. Stories to make your toes curl and your blood run cold. You know, this castle is said to be over 600 years old.
Okay.
What do you make of this matchbook?
Seems ordinary enough to me.
Ich hoffe mal, dass irgendjemand den Laden kennt, aber...
Have you any use for this towel?
Whatever gave you that idea? Oh dear me, no.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, but I wouldn't trust him. His eyes are too close together.
I have to go now.
Okay, geht's hier da? Ah ja.
The gates were made of solid, age-blackened wood. Pushing with all my strength got me nowhere. They didn't budge. I really need to start working out. Pushing with all my strength.
Kann ich hier noch irgendwas anklicken? Sieht nicht danach aus. Suche mit MacBook. War das der Junge vor dem Gasthaus?
Hey, McGuire.
What?
Do you know anything about Pegram's dig?
He wouldn't let me anywhere near it. I offered to help, but he chased me off. I didn't want to see his smelly old hole anyhow.
Did anyone from the village work at the dig?
Pegram brought some students and bums with him. He reckoned no one in Lochmarn would know what to look for. The only local guy who worked for him was Sean Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald says he's never been anywhere near the dig.
He's having you on, mister.
See you later,
Oh.
kid.
Okay, mister.
Was weißt du? Erzähl mir alles.
Mr. Fitzgerald? Doyle told me you definitely worked at the dig. He's seen you there. You might as well admit it.
I knew this would happen. I knew I'd get caught.
I need to talk to Professor Pegram, if he's still alive.
What do you mean? Is he in danger?
Yeah, you too, if I'm right.
You're not from the Social Security.
Hell no. What makes you think that?
Well, I was claiming benefits at the same time I was working for Pegram.
I'm not in a position to make judgments, Sean. That's between you and your conscience. All I want is to talk to Pegram about the gem.
But he's not here.
I know that. But he left that package with you, didn't he? So where did Pegram go?
I don't know. I swear it. He came to see me early this morning. Said he was leaving. He asked me to give this package to a guy called Marquet.
Marquet, okay.
Show me what's in the package, Sean.
I can't do that.
Why not?
I promised the professor.
So what? You didn't have any qualms about your benefit scam. So where's the harm in taking a peek inside Pegram's package?
You don't know these people. I can't. I don't dare.
Okay.
This is your last chance to show me the package, Fitzgerald. I've been patient with you, but now it's time to kick ass.
But he'll kill me.
Who will?
The man from Paris. Jack Marquet. Pegram told me if I gave him the package unopened, I'd hear no more about it. But if I double-crossed Marquet, I'd be dead.
Okay.
I'll deal with Jacques Marquet. Give the package to me.
No. Why should I trust you? I don't know who to trust anymore. I wish I'd never even heard of the Lochmarn gem.
Ah, Edelstein, okay.
Hey, I just seen a big red...
Get out of here, Maguire. Come back when you're old enough.
What's the lad howling about?
A big red sports car. Sean Fitzgerald's been runned over.
Get out! Noisy little tyke.
Maybe you should send out some medicinal brandy, Michael.
Oh, yes. And who's going to pay for it?
Not me.
Me too, neither.
Und wo ist er?
I was telling the truth about Fitzy, mister.
Okay, calm down. Now tell me what happened.
I was standing here, minding me own business, when I saw this beautiful red sports car coming up over the hill. Would you look at that, says I, and I going over to take a closer look. Next thing, Fitzy comes tearing out of the pub and nearly knocks me on the ass, but the car just flies at him. It was too fast for poor old Fitzy, and hit him an awful wallop. He goes flying up on top. Jesus, says I thought he was a goner. Next thing, the driver hops out, and I couldn't believe my eyes. He was dressed like a bloody pixie.
Was?
Hey, Maguire.
What?
Did this pixie have a scar on his cheek?
I couldn't see. He was wearing a stupid mask. Are you a special agent?
Sorry to disappoint you, kid, but I'm not.
Okay.
Did Fitzgerald drop anything when he was hit?
I didn't see. It all happened so fast.
Maybe the package fell somewhere out of sight.
Okay.
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
Und da ist man hier unten, weil das
The
abgegangen ist.
plastic
Das muss
cover
irgendwas
had been
bedeuten.
smashed and broken away, revealing a switch. I pushed the switch down, but in doing so it snapped off in my hand.
Okay.
I tugged at the trapdoor, but it was locked from the inside.
Schauen wir mal. Achso, der Edelstein ist in den Keller gefallen, das habe ich gar nicht gesehen. Aufheben darf ich es nicht, okay. Hinter das Lokal komme ich so auch nicht. Dann wird mir nur reinzugehen und zu gucken. Soll ich noch mit dem Wirt sprechen?
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
May I have another beer, please?
Certainly, sir. Same again?
Yeah, please. How is this stuff made?
That's the secret of the master brewer, sir. Each barrel is lovingly manhandled in time-honored fashion, suspended on skillfully tied ropes of the finest hemp, lowered into the cellar, utilizing the forces of original gravity, like manna from heaven. I'm sorry, but the pump appears to be broken.
I could fix it for you.
I don't think so. This is a job for a professional electrician. Oh, well, at least the glass washer is still working. It's not my dear, is it?
It just so happens I'm an electrician. Check out my credentials.
Well, no. Isn't that marvellous? Here's a house bedeviled with faulty wiring of a wayward nature. Here's you, an electric man, with a little plastic card to prove it. I still want to see what you can do before I let you touch me beer pumps. You can make a start on the glass washer. When you finish that, will you take a look at the pumps?
Okay.
It was an electric glass washer. It looked even older than the barman.
Ich bin gespannt.
I couldn't see anything obviously wrong with the machine. I figured it must be the wiring. I couldn't see anything obviously wrong with the machine. I figured it must be the wiring.
Vielleicht geht das mit diesem... Nee. Ein vollgesogenes Tuch.
I used all my knowledge of electrical engineering to examine the plug. It was an electrical plug attached to the glass washer.
Okay, ist hier noch was?
I couldn't see anything obviously wrong with the machine. I figured it must be the wiring.
Oder der Strom ist einfach aus.
Excuse me?
Yes, sir?
Look, I gotta be going.
Vielleicht kann ich mit dem... Oh, das ist ja unwahrscheinlich, oder? Ja. Nee. Okay, schauen wir mal nach. Ah, okay. Also, ich muss den Draht hier bewachen. Klar.
Hello again.
What?
If I was a woman, I wouldn't think much of a wire necklace.
It's not made for a woman. I've got my sights on tastier dishes than women. Flesh as smooth and tender as a maiden's. Bones as soft and white as a newborn babe's. Rabbit, lad. That's what gets my juices flowing.
Kranker Alter.
I'm looking for Sean Fitzgerald. Have you seen him?
Never heard of him.
Don't you come from around here?
None of your business. I didn't ask where you come from, did I?
I'm from California.
That's your problem.
Did you ever see Fitzgerald at Peagram's Dig?
I never heard of either of them.
Could you use this towel?
I could, but it wouldn't be much use for anything else.
Kann ich ihn denn ablenken?
Hey, would you like to shake my... no, on second thought, forget it. What does this red nose mean to you?
Nothing.
Ich dachte, er setzt sich die vielleicht auf.
You could make use of this tissue.
Never use them. Those things are unhygienic.
What does this matchbook mean to you?
Nothing. Go away and stop bothering me.
Ja.
Take a look at this ID card.
I don't know anything about it.
I'll see you later.
Okay. Ich muss ihm irgendwie seinen Draht wegnehmen, aber wie? Hab ich schon.
As soon as the old guy looked away, I grabbed his piece of wire.
So einfach ging das. Super.
I couldn't see anything.
Ja, dann halt nicht. Aber vielleicht mit dem Stecker.
I replaced the fuse with a piece of wire. I knew it was dangerous, but I was desperate enough to disregard everything I knew about standard safety precautions. Excuse me, Mr. Leary. I fixed your glass washer, no problem.
Bingo! And a blessing to all the saints. A free half-pint to that man on the house. Now, could you take a look at the beer pumps?
Well, I guess so, but I'm not making any promises.
If you can't fix them, I'll have a riot on me hands.
The pumps are in the cellar, right?
That's right. You'll find a flashlight down there somewhere.
Okay.
It was the lever which locked the trap door. I pushed the lever and heard the grating of metal, but nothing appeared to happen.
Da kann ich nur wieder hochgehen. Ist da ein Licht oder sowas? Was von der Taschenlampe gesagt? Das sieht nicht danach aus. Mal gucken, vielleicht.
I lifted the trap door, and an overpowering smell of stale beer rose from the cellar below. I looked down on a stone-tiled floor, way too far to jump.
Excuse me.
There was a nasty feeling in my guts I usually associated with light opera. It was Khan. What's the problem?
Did you see what happened here a few minutes ago?
What was that?
A man was involved in an unfortunate accident.
I didn't see anything.
What about the boy?
He doesn't know anything either. The kid, well, you know how it is in these rural communities. Not enough genes to go round. I prayed McGuire had the sense to keep his mouth shut. Was the guy hurt bad?
He's been taken care of, but he thinks he dropped a small parcel. You didn't happen to find it, did you?
If I had, I would have taken it to the police.
Of course. Thank you.
Okay, also ich werde das reingehen. Vielleicht ist jetzt, fällt jetzt ein bisschen Licht in den Raum unten.
Now I could see.
Ja.
I spotted Mr. Leary's flashlight easily.
Okay.
Then I noticed a...
Was? Ah, da ist die...
It was Pilgrim's gem, all right. A large, uncut blue stone. I guess I was already under its spell.
Did you find it?
What?
Whatever you was looking for.
Yeah. Listen, McGuire. I want you to keep this to yourself.
No problemo. Just chuck us up a crate of lager.
No way. You're not old enough.
We can sell it and make some cash.
Forget it, kid. I couldn't betray Mr. Leary's trust.
I could, for sure. That old misery guts deserves it.
If you want to do me a favor, keep a lookout for that guy in the suit.
Okay. But it'll cost you a packet of chips.
Oh, and shout if you see that Ferrari.
Okay. Gut, was es mit dem Schmuckstück auf sich hat, dann in der nächsten Folge. Und bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss.